In the heart of the ancient Minoan civilization on the myth-laden and sun-drenched island of Crete, a discovery was made that would not only challenge every established theory of written language, but also fundamentally revolutionize our perception of technological innovation in the ancient world. A simple fired clay disc, no larger than a standard dinner plate, covered on both sides with a mesmerizing clockwise spiral of mysterious and meticulously stamped symbols, has remained the world's most famous archaeological enigma for over a century. This is the Phaistos Disc. In its very existence suggests a level of sophistication in information technology and manufacturing that seems utterly, and almost impossibly, out of place for the Bronze Age. It hints at a massive technological leap, a Gutenberg moment, that occurred more than 3.5 millennia ago, only to be lost and forgotten for thousands of years. This isn't just a piece of ancient pottery, it's a potential revolution in human history, a silent, clay-stamped message from a forgotten age of industrial-scale communication. This is a glitch in the very fabric of our reality, a level of technology that simply shouldn't exist. This is the disc that was meant to be printed, a level of technology that shouldn't exist, a level of technology that shouldn't exist. This is the word that was meant to be eternal, a level of technology that shouldn't exist, a level of technology that shouldn't exist. This is the clay that was meant to be a machine, a level of technology that shouldn't exist, a level of technology that shouldn't exist. The year was 1908. Luigi Pernier, a dedicated Italian archaeologist, was meticulously excavating the ruins of the Palace of Phaistos, a sprawling, multi-story complex that once stood as a testament to the immense wealth and administrative power of the Minoans. Deep within a basement, magazine, or storage room in a geological context dating back to the Middle Minoan period, approximately 1700 BC, he unearthed the disc. It was found alongside a tablet inscribed with Linear A, the still undeciphered script of the Minoans. The disc's surface is covered with a total of 241 stamped impressions, arranged in a continuous, spiraling line that begins at the outer edge and winds its way toward the center. These impressions comprise 45 distinct symbols, depicting a fascinating and bizarre range of figures: human heads with feathered headdresses, running men, children, women, animals like birds, fish, and insects, and various tools, plants, and even what appear to be multi-oared ships. But what makes the Phaistos Disc truly extraordinary, what elevates it from a mere archaeological curiosity to a profound technological mystery, is not just its undeciphered script, but the revolutionary, industrial method of its creation, a world where the laws of nature were written differently, a world where the laws of nature were written differently, a world where the laws of nature were written differently. The symbols on the Phaistos disc were not individually inscribed, laboriously carved, or written into the soft clay by hand. Nor was the universal practice for ancient writing systems like Mesopotamian cuneiform or Egyptian hieroglyphs. Instead, they were stamped using a set of 45 pre-made reusable punches or seals. This is, in its most fundamental essence, a fully realized form of movable type, the revolutionary concept that we traditionally believe was invented in China in the 11th century AD, and then famously reinvented by Johannes Gutenberg in Europe in the 1450s with his metal printing press. Yet here it is, in a functional, sophisticated, and aesthetically perfect form, over 2,500 years earlier, in the heart of the Bronze Age Aegean. The implications of this are staggering. The Minoans, a civilization we often characterize by their beautiful frescoes and labyrinthine architecture, may have been on the absolute cusp of developing the world's first printing industry, a technology that would not reappear for millennia. This isn't just a script, it's a prototype for the modern world, a ghost of an industrial revolution that never fully materialized, suggesting a cycle of achievement that has happened before, a cycle of achievement that has happened before, a cycle of achievement that has happened before, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity. The very existence of movable type, even in this early ceramic form, suggests a powerful desire for mass production, or at the very least, a need for a standardized, perfectly repeatable, or highly efficient form of official communication. Why would a civilization develop such a sophisticated, tool-intensive system just for a single, unique artifact? The logical, though frustratingly unproven, conclusion is that the Phaistos Disc is not a one-off creation or a singular anomaly. It is likely the sole surviving example of a much more widespread practice of clay printing. Perhaps thousands of similar discs, or even long-form documents inscribed on more perishable materials like papyrus, leather, or wooden tablets were created using these standardized stamps. But being made of fragile, unfired clay or organic materials, they have not survived the cataclysmic earthquakes, the devastating fires, and the relentless march of 3,000 years of history. The disc, therefore, becomes not just an artifact, but a ghost of a lost library, a tantalizing, heartbreaking hint of a vast, unread Minoan archive that could have rewritten our understanding of the ancient world. It suggests they were printing their history, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity. They are the glitch in the art historical matrix. The script itself remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of archaeology, a linguistic Mount Everest that has successfully defied every single attempt at decipherment for over 100 years. Despite hundreds of published attempts by world-class linguists, military cryptographers, and passionate amateur enthusiasts, no one has been able to definitively prove the meaning of the symbols or even the language they represent. Is it a sacred hymn, a rhythmic prayer, a complex legal document, a royal decree, a magical incantation, or perhaps even a musical score? The spiral arrangement and the word dividers, getting vertical lines between groups of symbols, suggest a continuous narrative or a poetic text, perhaps meant to be read from the outer edge inward. But without a Minoan Rosetta Stone, a bilingual text that provides a key to the symbols, its secrets remain locked away, a silent, tantalizing message from a past that we are simply not yet sophisticated enough to read. The disc is a linguistic challenge that continues to frustrate and fascinate, a cryptographic masterpiece that guards its secrets with absolute clay-fired silence, the proof that we don't know who we are, masters of the invisible world, masters of the invisible world, masters of the invisible world. The creation of the 45 individual stamps themselves would have required a high degree of artistic skill and a sophisticated understanding of materials. Each stamp would have had to be meticulously carved in reverse, likely from a durable material like hardwood, bone, or perhaps even cast in bronze, to produce a clear, consistent, or repeatable impression across multiple documents. The fact that the Minoans invested such significant time, specialized labor, and precious resources into creating this set of type tools suggests a long-term institutional vision for their use. It points to an understanding of the immense efficiency and the absolute standardization that such a printing system could provide to a complex bureaucratic empire. This wasn't a casual experiment or a fleeting moment of artistic inspiration. It was a deliberate and highly sophisticated system of mass communication, a nascent printing industry that existed when the rest of the world was still scratching lines in the dirt. They were essentially standardizing thought, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity, turning the power of the universe into a tool for humanity. But the mystery of the Phaistos Disc extends beyond its revolutionary manufacturing method and its undeciphered script. Its very isolation in the archaeological record is a puzzle. Why is there only one? If this was indeed a form of movable type, designed for mass production, then where are the other discs? Where are the other documents created with these stamps? This scarcity has led to various alternative theories, that it was a unique ritual object, a forgery, or perhaps a foreign import. Yet, the geological context of its discovery, alongside other authentic Minoan artifacts, strongly argues against it being a forgery. Its unique nature, however, forces us to consider the possibility of a lost technological branch, an innovation that was either suppressed, forgotten, or simply failed to gain a widespread adoption due to unforeseen circumstances, such as the catastrophic eruption of Thera, which devastated Minoan civilization. The disc, therefore, becomes a poignant symbol of technological fragility, a reminder that even the most brilliant innovations can be lost to the sands of time, suggesting a cycle of achievement that has happened before, a cycle of achievement that has happened before, a cycle of achievement that has happened before. Some researchers propose that the Phaistos Disc was not a purely Minoan invention, but rather an example of technological diffusion from a more advanced, yet unknown source. Could the concept of movable type have originated elsewhere and been adopted by the Minoans, only to be lost again after their decline? This idea, while speculative, opens up the possibility of a broader, interconnected network of ancient knowledge exchange. And while advanced ideas traveled across cultures, leaving behind only fragmented evidence. The disc, in this context, becomes a Rosetta Stone not just for a language, but for a lost technological lineage, hinting at a global past far more complex than our current models allow. Furthermore, the symbols themselves offer tantalizing clues about the worldview of their creators. The presence of human figures, animals, data and tools suggests a practical, perhaps even mundane, purpose for the script, rather than a purely sacred one. The feathered headdresses on some figures have drawn comparisons to imagery from distant cultures, sparking debates about ancient transoceanic contacts. While these connections remain unproven, they highlight the disc's ability to ignite the imagination and push the boundaries of conventional historical thought. The Phaistos Disc is not just a linguistic puzzle, it's a cultural mirror, reflecting back our own assumptions about the past and challenging us to look beyond them. The Phaistos Disc is more than just an ancient artifact. It is a profound challenge to our understanding of human history and technological progress. It forces us to confront the possibility that our ancestors were not primitive, but possessed a scientific and engineering prowess that we are only now beginning to rediscover. The movable type, the undeciphered script, and the sheer impossibility of its existence demand a reevaluation of our historical narrative. What other secrets lie hidden in the ancient workshops of our past, waiting to be unearthed and to rewrite our entire understanding of human ingenuity? The Phaistos Disc whispers of a past far more complex, far more technologically rich, and infinitely more mysterious than we ever dared to imagine. The clay is silent, but its message is loud and clear. The impossible is often just a reality we haven't yet learned to comprehend. Next, we journey to the heart of South Africa, to a discovery that defies all geological and biological timelines. We will explore the mystery of the Klerksdorp spheres, perfectly balanced, grooved metallic spheres found in 3 billion-year-old pyrophyllite deposits. How did such precisely manufactured objects end up in rock that predates complex life on Earth? Join us as we uncover the secrets of a lost world where the boundaries of time and technology blur. You won't want to miss it. The past holds secrets that redefine our understanding of the future. This is where history meets high technology.